as a whole, the media had decided that Frank Lampard is out of his depth and was a joke. And then they were pushing that narrative, and then the narrative spreads then against fans from other clubs who only look at the media to get their perception of how the fans feel. So this idea of Frank Lampard is nonsense. It's a real nonsense. And even if I was sitting here going and if I sat here and disagreed with other Evertonians, I would know I was in the wrong in terms of perception, because at the end of ultimately, Frank Lampard is liked, and fans also feel like the club's going in the right direction, and therefore there's no pressure coming from the fans. Therefore, there's no pressure on the club to do anything about it, because fans generally feel fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a couple of things last week, and that was very much the narrative of like the pressure mounting on. I was like, not from fans, it isn't. You know, it might be people trying to create that outside the club. It certainly doesn't feel like it on the inside. I talk to people around me at the match when the manager's clapped off every game. Fans are clapping the team off. You know what? I'd done the overlap just before the season started, and he gave me the question. You know, Josh Denzel, he's the favourite to lose his job. Like the ball hadn't even been kicked. And I was like, what? And he was 2-1 then. He's now 16-1. Yeah. So he's obviously drifted because people have stopped putting money on him.
And also he wasn't the first.
And exactly,
first is gone.
Yeah, the first gone anyway. So I think, I don't know what it is with the media. I don't know whether they don't like him with Chelsea. Chelsea connections have upset some of them writers. I don't know. Yeah. Is it just because he's a big story? I don't get this thing with other fans as well, where they go, he's being given everything. Okay, he got given the Derby County job. But so did Wayne Rooney. And Steven Gerrard got given the Rangers job when he just helping out at the academy at Liverpool. So other managers throughout time have got jobs. It's how managers always got jobs. Now, okay, I get some people go through, they have to do like loads of coaching badges and this, that and the other. But teams and clubs will always take a punt on certain people, won't they? Vincent Kompany got given the Bruges job. When he left
Guardiola got given the Barcelona job.
Exactly.
From being a Barca B. Zidane got given the Real Madrid job.
Without doing it. So it's happened across time because people look and go, well, I understand Derby County giving Frank Lampard the job.
The Liverpool job.
Exactly. So you look and go, Frank Lampard, when you're at Derby, it was Mel Thingy, wasn't it, at Derby? And he's had a look and gone, Frank Lampard, he's a big name. He's done coaching at Chelsea's academy and all that. He'll be a big boost for this club that needs a boost. So they give him a job, and he got them into the playoffs. Okay, he got the Chelsea. They were unlucky. They didn't come up. Got beaten in the final. He got the Chelsea job because he was a Chelsea legend. But he'd also just had a year in the Championship, as well as working at the club. And he got given the Chelsea job, and he finished in the top 4 with the transfer ban and all that. The next season, he was top of the league, lost 3 games. They sacked him because obviously they'd had an eye on Tuchel because things had changed. Fine, but it's not like he took the Derby job and they finished 3rd and bottom, got relegated. Then he got the Chelsea job and they finished 16th, 15th, 14th. He'd done all right and got that experience. And then he come in and obviously Everton stayed up. But there's this weird narrative that, Evertonians will look and go, we haven't won a people on the outside will look and go, they haven't won a game. They're terrible and all. We know watching it. We'd be the first. If Everton were crap, people would know he was under pressure. Yeah. And yet, the fans at Leeds clapped the team off. The fans at Brentford clapped the team and him off. At home games clapped them off. Because we can see something building that hasn't quite transformed into wins right now. But everyone come out of Goodison at the weekend going, that's the start of a team that we can see what's going on. Okay, we might be a little bit light in the forward areas in terms of goals maybe, but the manager so far has connected with the fans. The fans and the club were worlds apart when he got the job. Let's be honest, there was the 27 campaign, there was all the Benitez stuff, there was the board stuff, we'd sacked Brands, there was no one in Finch Farm, all the medical staff had gone. And he come into a little bit of a shit show, really, of what was going on around the club. And that Brentford game, the first game, the FA Cup game, the crowd was bound, and I was like, I haven't felt like this at Goodison for years. Obviously, we've had a pandemic and we haven't, but you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, last season wasn't plain sailing, and he made mistakes. And we lost games we maybe shouldn't have done. He was naive in some games. But I also believe that, A, he didn't have the people he wanted to do what he wanted, and B, he was learning a lot about the players in the football club. But the one thing he was able to do was tap into how we were feeling.
If you want to watch the rest of this video, then make sure you join Toffee TV Premier, when you can get access to all our exclusive shows, including live daily videos. Click the QR code on the screen here.